Steve Kinser looks like he's primed for number 499.
No, he's always primed. I'll tell you, Delancey, the whole field's going to have their hands full.
One interesting thing, no one driver has dominated this track over the years. 9 different winners in 15 races. Steve Kinser gets the great jump. Delancey, though, doesn't want him taking away a clean first turn. Delancey trying to pick up on Kinser. They both go high.
Look at Lasowski on the bottom. Got to run on Tim Schaefer. Tim Schaefer had to move up a little bit to let Lasowski go, or they were going to bang wheels, and it really cost Tim Schaefer.
Danny Lasowski's had all kinds of problems all weekend long. Is in good position, moving into third.
Started 6th. He's already up to 3rd. He is on the move, closing in on Delancey.
Schaefer in 4th. Paulus in 5th with a battle with Schatz. Schatz moves into 5th in front of Paulus. There's Schatz, number 15, the yellow car. Boy, that's a good battle for 5th.
Well, it really is. Look how much the racetrack's moved up already just in a couple laps.
Just past Paulus, and he's right behind the yellow car in Schatz. Paul McMahon.
Most of the guys, or a lot of the fast guys, running the bottom in 1 and 2, and the top in 3 and 4. Good speed shot of what 130 mile an hour looks like down the straightaway there. Steve Kinser getting back on the top, and heavy lap traffic, and look what happened.
Steve Kinser trying to get around. Aaron Crocker goes to the inside in turn 1. There's some smoke coming off, or was that just dirt flying off the wheel?
Yeah, I think that was just a little dust. Boy, that let Delancey close in, but now Delancey got hung up a little bit behind Crocker, so Kinser with a little breathing room. There you can see Delancey in the shot.
The next target now for Kinser is Hannigan. Hannigan moving high. Kinser going down low. No problems there.
Steve coming up with another lap car as he tries to look at that. Steve went to the top, turned the car down to the bottom, got a hold of that moisture, trying to get a run off of 4.
Hannigan still behind Kinser, and the battle's going on there with Crocker and Schatz. Schatz. Nice move by Schatz. McMahon on the outside makes a move on Aaron Crocker.
Yeah, McMahon got it held up a little bit, had to go real wide there to get around the lap car of Crocker.
Andy Forsberg, number 92, wanted to race with the king, that's for sure, but finally, Steve Kinser gets by.
Yeah, Kinser doesn't like racing with the lap cars, that's for sure. He wants to get around them cleanly.
Brad, how has this track evolved now over the evening?
It's gotten a lot slicker in 3 and 4, but there's no rubber down there sliding around with it, but the cushion's still there. There's a lot of moisture on the top all the way around the track.
Here's Danny Lasowski, number 20, the right ear strain. He's trying to make a move right now.
But look what happened there. Hannigan gets around him. He tried the bottom. That's where Danny Lasowski's the most comfortable. He missed it by just a little bit, and you saw Randy Hannigan go back by. It's such a fine line down. We got the car spun in turn 4. As these cars...
Oh, and into the car. Blasts right into him. Number 10, Campbell.
He's on a 4-wheel drift. It's hard to turn left in this sprint car.
Looks like the drivers are okay. Will Kinser hold on for his 499th World of Outlaws win? We'll find out when we get back to Las Vegas. Jason Mars is a good example of rags to riches and back to rags. Number 14 had a very tough time in Phoenix in the season opener. He came back with a win in Paris, California in round 2, and here in round 3 started way back in 23rd. He is the subject of this edition of the World of Outlaws Drivers Profile.
Out of all the different racing I've done, there's nothing that gives you this kind of thrill and excitement, and it's, a lot of it's the fans. The fans come here, and there's no better show that there is out here. To be part of that show that people just can't get enough of is just really an exciting thing to do in life. My family has always had me on, whether it's racing bicycles, motorcycles, whatever. When you're a kid, you come up with a dream, and my dream was to be a race car driver. I'm part of this team, not only as a driver, but as an owner, and I've got to look at both sides of it. And I've had to do that in the past a little bit with my family's team, but it's never really been my dollar. I've been given the chance to run it, but it takes a whole different medium now, and it's kind of neat. We've got guys that work on here with Steve Swinson this year coming on board, and to be able to worry about those guys, and sometimes that's a stress, but all in all, it's a pretty neat deal. To be part of a team like this is a blessing for me, and I'm really, really excited about this year. I mean, it is the toughest of tough out here, and when you see guys like Steve Kinser, who is 48, we all aspire to be like him, or even to be better, if that's even possible. But, it's very, very tough out here, and it just takes a lot of dedication, a lot of concentration, and a lot of hard work is the bottom line.
In single file as we get set for the restart with 20 laps to go in our main event. Kinser in first, Delancey, Lasowski, Schaefer, and Schatz rounding out the top 5 with McMahon, Paulus, Craig Kinser, McCarl, and Stewart rounding out the top 10. Tyler Walker, officially starting last, 24th, Brad, is up to 14th as the green is waving. Here comes Kinser to lead the pack. Delansky doesn't want to let him take away like before.
No, but so far doesn't look like he's able to stay with him like he'd hoped to, I'm sure, on that restart. Any chance to really pass him would have been in that going into turn one on that restart.
Oh, those shots really showing the speed as Kinser blitzes by. And we've got a car up against the wall in turn 4.
Yes, that blitz, Terry McCarl.
From the dirt track at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, it's the World of Outlaws. More coming up in a moment. Welcome back to the dirt track at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Art Ekman and Brad Doty bringing you the action. Let's get down to the track. Under green on the restart, Kinser, Delansky, and Hannigan with Lasowski going to the outside on him into third place.
We saw Delansky go to the bottom. He had no choice. Everybody run around the top. Steve Kinser went to the top. Delansky had to try the bottom. Didn't work for him. He's really fast on the top.
There's Delansky, and Lasowski is behind him. Boy, that could be a good battle with the amount of laps we have. We've completed 12 laps, and now chalk it to 13 as Kinser comes across the line. Delansky in second place. You see him there. Lasowski in third.
What these guys in second and third on back are going to have to hope for is no cautions. Get the heavy lap traffic. Get Steve Kinser bottled up in traffic. That's going to be the key to getting around him.
Aaron Crocker has gone into the infield. No yellow. She's out of danger. That's a big interval between second and third.
Yeah, again, they're going to hope lap traffic so these guys get hung up a little bit. Try to slow them down.
You know, even the lap traffic, though, Brad, is spread out. So it makes for easier passing, obviously. As we take a look at Steve Kinser, number 11, he's gunning for his 499th main event victory.
And Steve Kinser, a lot of these guys, but especially Steve Kinser, he sees this lap traffic. He's already studying that car in front of him, a straightaway ahead, trying to figure out, and he'll try to time it to pass that car on the straightaway and not get hung up in the corner.
Coming up on Terry McCarl. No, it's Andy Forsberg.
Look at this. Kinser did get held up just a little bit. Delansky closing in on him.
Kinser finally going underneath. So Forsberg giving him a little bit of trouble. Let's see if anybody else will. Delansky's putting the throttle down. He goes up high in second place. Delansky wanting a piece of Kinser.
And Lasowski really got hung up there. He slid off. Give Schatz a chance here. Can Schatz get a drive off of turn 2?
Shots in the yellow, number 15.
Now he goes.
He's still staying below.
Oh, but he just, again, he got in a little bit too hard. Slid off the bottom. Couldn't make it stick and slid up across the track.
Meanwhile, Kinser is making his way through 2 lapped cars. Sowald, he's made it through, and he's got Chuck Moore Jr. right there, the white car.
Yeah, just a half a lap ago, Kinser was, no traffic, and all of a sudden he's got Dennis Moore in front of him and all this lap traffic there. Delansky goes by Sowald cleanly.
So it's Kinser, Delansky, Lasowski, and Schatz. Schatz is up high. He wants to make a break for that third position.
He's got a run on him.
Schatz, Lasowski down low. The lap car, Sowald gets in the way.
Not yet. There he goes.
Oh, good break, though, for Schatz, that Sowald was able to put the throttle down.
Now see that Schatz had to split him. He went in between Sowald, split up behind Dennis Moore out of turn 4. But again, you can see Moore actually get away from him. It takes a while. When you slide up there, you got to wait to pick that throttle back
And you're
up.
telling me they're in control? I know number 11 is.
Absolutely. That's a controlled 4-wheel drift. The only thing you can't do, like I said earlier, is turn left. If there's a crash in front of you when you're in a 4-wheel drift like that, it's almost impossible to turn left in a hurry. But man, they know what they're doing.
Delansky now has picked up some interval with Kinser in first place.
Yeah, he's about 5 or 6 car lengths there. You can see in the shot down the front straightaway.
And there's Schatz in third. But Delansky, look at that. He's not that far away from the king. Delansky looking for his first win this year.
Down here in this corner, 3 and 4 where they're at right now, that looks like where Delansky's able to gain a little bit of ground.
Delansky with a devastating injury. They had to replace a vertebrae bone with a bone from the fibula, or a part of the bone. and he's back racing. That's remarkable. Here comes Delansky. Can he get around the lap traffic?
Wow, I thought Steve was coming up on heavy lap traffic, was really going to be in trouble, and he split those cars and left Delansky again. I thought Delansky might have a shot at it.
One of the best, if not the best ever in getting through traffic, Steve Kinser. He's got Brown in front of him. Brian Brown going high. Kinser stays low. Nice line for Steve.
Oh,
Delansky.
Almost hit the lap car there. Campbell had to get out of the throttle. Cost him a lot of time.
Delansky, they're all going inside and drifting high out of 4.
Yeah,
Look at Schatz right behind Delansky. Schatz moving to the inside, but Delansky, he shut the door on him.
Delansky needs to get on the top and stay up there. He can't. He's not fast enough to get around Campbell yet. He needs to get a run on him from the top, and he didn't. And it let Schatz go by, and he's going to go.
Schatz looking for a breakthrough year, that's for sure.
Schatz a little bit of a gentleman there. He kind of had the line. He made him. He didn't force the issue, and he did a good job. Delansky left back around him on the outside. I'll tell you, a lot of guys might have.
White flag for Kinser.
A lot of guys might have pushed the issue there and had a crash, and Schatz let him go.
Steve Kinser on the verge of number 499. The crowd, the standing room only crowd, they're all standing right now as Kinser comes around the fourth turn. Steve Kinser, his second win of the year, his third on this track, for a career total of 499. Shots in front of Lasowski. So it's Kinser, Delansky, Schatz, Danny Lasowski, and I believe Schaefer from the dirt track at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. It's the World of Outlaws. More coming up in a moment. Welcome back to Las Vegas, where the celebration has just begun for the 499th career main event victory for Steve Kinser. 2 wins in 3 races this year. Finishing second for the second week in a row is Craig Delansky. Donnie Schatz has his second, third place finish. Then it goes Lasowski, Schaefer, McMahon, Stewart, Hollis, Craig Kinser, the top rookie in 9th, Darren Pittman in 10th. So Steve Kinser with 2 wins in 3 main events this year is getting that early jump that he was looking for all off-season long. Let's hear from Steve.
How big will it be to get 500 all said and done with?
Well, I just like to get it done with. I don't want to hear it for a while, but we've come out and, like I said, got a pretty good pace going, and hope we get it done as soon as possible.
Checking out the points now after the first 3 rounds. Steve Kinser moves into first in the points. Third, Tim Schaefer. Lasowski, McMahon, and Schatz rounding out the top 5. Craig Delansky into the top 10 for the first time this year. He's turned his season around with another second place.
Well, Craig, during the course of a 30-lap main event, you figure you're going to have a couple of chances to make a move for the lead, and you had those opportunities. Just didn't quite materialize for you.
Nah, you know, we got closer a couple times, but you know, you're dealing with the best in the business right there, and when he gets off front, he's tough to get by. And
in that Rookie of the Year Kevin Goldbrick Award chase, it's Craig Kinser with 11th place in the main event tonight, putting him a commanding 61-point lead over Allard, 75 points over Brian Brown in that chase. So it's been another historic evening for Steve Kinser. This is Art Ekman for Brad Doty, thanking you for joining us from Las Vegas, Nevada. It's the World of Outlaws exclusively on the Outdoor Channel's Wednesday Night Horsepower, brought to you by Optima Batteries. So long, everybody.